is a good story. It usually surprises people to learn he was once a 2-time All-American mascot for his high school in Texas. Ask him about the one time at cheer camp. He used to be really into discovering new hobbies like music, cooking, and painting, but not anymore. PhD students are not allowed to have hobbies. If he could have a nice dinner party with anyone who ever lived, he would invite Buckminster Fuller, Steve Martin, and Karl Marx. Daren Brabham, crowdsourcing is a model for problem solving. Tear it up.
Thanks. I'll try to do it with some pep, with some spirit. My name is Daren Brabham, and this talk is blinding. Wow. This talk is based on 2.5 years of my dissertation work that I've been working on. So here we go. You've probably heard of this term. In 2006, in an issue of Wired magazine in June, a guy named Jeff Howe coined this term called crowdsourcing. And you're probably sick of it by now. It's had a lot of hype surrounding it. But the idea here was that he covered a bunch of cases, and it's basically a business model that leverages the power of online communities for a profit. It blends the best aspects of open design with outsourcing. The way it works is that a company has some sort of problem they need solved. They take the problem and they broadcast it online to a base of users. This crowd is asked to submit some solutions. Often the crowd vets those solutions, weighs through them, and finds the best stuff. The winning solutions are rewarded with some sort of reward, and the company owns those solutions and makes a lot of money. An example of this would be Threadless.com. I know a lot of you have probably heard of them. I'm modeling one of their shirts in my new svelte self. The way people do this is they submit designs in a contest, and their peers vote on them, and the winning designs get printed into t-shirts and sold back to them for a huge profit. Another example would be Innocentive.com. This is a scientific research and development company founded by Eli Lilly. They take the toughest scientific problems that corporations cannot solve, they put them online and they offer a bounty on it, and people solve them with some remarkable results. You've probably heard of a lot of other cases. iStock Photo falls in this camp. Assignment Zero was a quasi-failed open source crowdsourced journalism project. And Subvert and Profit, I'm also a member, is the dark side, kind of a crowdsourcing. They game social media sites. Some 15 seconds of theory. This stuff operates on an idea of collective intelligence, the idea that if we cast a wide net, we'll get some genius out of it. It also works on crowd wisdom, which is the idea that aggregates of individual solutions are often more successful than groups working together. The idea here is that the internet can cast this wide net, can function to enable these theories to work. There's an open and user-driven creative process, which kind of spurs innovation to happen. Mixed with the idea of a hierarchical task management. So someone's in control launching these problems so they actually get solved. But wait, isn't this exploitation? People don't like doing this, right? Well, not really. A lot of surveys and interviews that I've done and some other people have done have shown that people actually like their work. They don't feel exploited. They don't feel ripped off by the work that they give away for free or for very little. The reasons that they do what they do it for money. There's some successful examples of people winning a lot of prizes over and over at these sites that have caused them to be able to kind of retire. People build their portfolios to gain future work. They build up their skill. They do it for fun, and they do it for community and friendship and to build a network with other creative professionals. But I think there's something better that can come out of this. It's not just a business model. I see it as a problem-solving model. And if crowdsourcing is so good at making people a lot of money, why can't we turn that model towards some sort of social justice end to try to improve our world? The ability of crowdsourcing to tap into that latent talent and that diverse wisdom that comes out of the crowd is also needed by governments and nonprofits to solve their problems. Crowdsourcing is a new method for public participation. An example of this that the government's already employing is called peer-to-patent. Community patent review was started by New York Law School and the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. The USPTO is overburdened with too many applications, and they've given it to the crowd to wade through those applications ahead of time. So we're improving the functioning of governance based on the crowd. Well, what about urban planning examples? And this is the case that I'm the most interested in. Urban design rests on some traditional public participation methods such as charrettes, town hall meetings, probably things you do not go to. This is not the crowd for that. But these methods have a lot of limitations. People are shy. They don't speak up. Well, what if we could take these public participation programs with all their limitations and we could put them online and crowdsource them and see what kind of input we get to build better cities? That's a pretty big what if. Insert witty comment. An experiment is underway. The Federal Transit Administration and Utah Transit Authority have teamed up with me and some other people from the University of Utah to crowdsource public participation in a transit planning contest. And what we're doing is we're starting small. We're asking people to come in and design bus stops and pick the best bus stops from their peers, vote on them, and the winners will actually maybe even be implemented if they make the cut engineering-wise. And if it's successful, we'll make these designs public for other cities to use if they want. And so this site is going to be launching soon, and stay tuned for it, watching the media. Hopefully they'll pick it up, and go on to the website and participate. Submit a design, comment on people's designs, and the University of Utah will be the home of this bus stop that wins. Projected outcomes, we hope that will bring new voices into the planning process with transit design. We hope that we'll bring in some new genius that wasn't there before, and hopefully we can use this model for something else in the future for governance. Thank you very much. There's my email.
Very nice. I'm hoping we can start crowdsourcing monetary policy. Who's with me?